Good morning, everybody. We're live here from the birdhouse, and today we've got an update about some of the birds people are seeing in their backyards and also out and about in the Western New York area. As always, we love to know what kind of things you're seeing. You can throw those in the comments. If you have any questions, you can put those in there too, or you can just say hi. We'll also show you some new products that we have, brand new, not only to our store, but just brand new to the birding market also. So we'll show those to you also. So we'll get started. Can't believe we are already into March. That doesn't seem possible, but here we are. And soon we'll be talking about bluebirds nesting and not only bluebirds, but other songbirds looking for places to build their nests and looking for their cavities and things like that. So it's an exciting time of the year, but let's get started. We'll jump right into it with some of your photos. We've had some more pictures sent in by Mark, who sent in some more pictures of this pine warbler. We showed these off maybe even a month ago or more. He had sent in some photos of a pine warbler coming to his finch feeder in his yard, and it's still there. He sent in some brand new photos of this pine warbler enjoying, it looks like the finch favorite blend that we have. It's a mix of the Niger seed and ground up sunflower hearts, and just goes to show you never know what might show up at your bird feeder when food is a little bit scarce. So this is not your typical winter bird that we would have here in Western New York, but they do sometimes come to feeders, especially during migration time when they're flowing through the area and they're really hungry looking for things to eat. They're known to sometimes come to feeders with sunflower hearts, or in this case, I'm not sure if it's eating the sunflower hearts more or the Niger, could be eating both. But really cool, a couple of photos here sent in by Mark of a pine warbler. Not a common winter bird here, so really cool sighting. Now, things that you're likely to see at your bird feeders right now, as far as the Niger feeders go, or your finch feeders, are going to be the American goldfinch, and this is what they look like right now. They're in their winter plumage, so they're not that bright gold, but instead you can see there's still some tinges of yellow on there, but they're more of an olive type of color, and they've got those black wings. Also be on the lookout for pine siskin, and the pine siskin is in the top left there. You can see the coloration is different than the rest of the birds at the feeder, which are the goldfinches. And they also have kind of a crisscrossed tail. They're pretty stripy. So be on the lookout for pine siskin coming to your Niger feeders also. We had this picture of a pileated woodpecker sent in by Laura, who sounds like the pileated woodpecker is feasting on suet, taking advantage of our suet sale we had going on the past couple of weeks. This is a great picture because you can also see the specialized feet of the woodpecker in this one. They have what's called zygodactylus feet, where normally if you think of birds' feet, they have 3 toes pointing up. They have 3 toes pointing forward and 1 toe pointing back. That's not the case with woodpeckers. They have 2 toes pointing forward, 2 toes pointing backwards, which allows them to cling really easily to different surfaces. And you can see that here in this picture, which is really cool. So this is a pileated woodpecker sent in by Laura, and it's also a female pileated woodpecker. And you can tell that because she doesn't have the full red crest on the top of her head. So she's got a black patch on the top of her head here. If this was a male, they'd have red going from the back of the bill all the way to the back of the head, making that whole crest red. And her face has a black mustache, if you will, here. If it was a male, it would be red also. So female pileated woodpecker there. Some other things you might see at your suet feeder, besides your normal cast of characters of the downy woodpecker or the hairy woodpecker or red-bellied woodpecker. In the wintertime, people tend to get the northern flicker coming to their suet feeders more often. And here is a northern flicker. They've got the polka dots on them. They're more of a brown woodpecker than your typical downy woodpecker or hairy woodpecker, which is more black and white. So keep an eye out for northern flickers. And also, you might even be surprised to see a yellow-bellied sapsucker coming to your suet feeder. Not a super common backyard bird, but one of our staff members has been having one come to her suet feeder really regularly this winter. So keep an eye out for this one too. This is a yellow-bellied sapsucker. These are larger than downy woodpeckers and a little bit smaller than the hairy woodpeckers. They're almost like a thin hairy woodpecker size. So keep an eye out for them. You might just happen upon them at your bird feeders too. Some really cool photos have been sent in of birds out and around town. Here are some eagle photos sent in by Mark, who was around Irondequoit Bay. And here's a juvenile eagle here, another juvenile. Here's an adult with a fish in its talons. Really cool shot there. Love that. And then here's a couple juveniles here who are going after one another for one reason or another. It looks like the one on the left is almost there with its adult plumage. You can see it's just starting to get those white tail feathers and white head feathers. It's going after a juvenile here. Really cool series of photos of bald eagles, which you can find by any large open bodies of water. So cool photos there. Some other birds of prey. Mark sent in this photo of a screech owl. He says, yesterday morning, going to work at 5 a.m., I saw a screech owl on a pole next to my driveway. Pretty cool. Yeah, I agree. And it almost looks like one of the brown morph screech owls too. A lot of the times they're gray around here, but we have the gray morph and the red morph. And this one is looking quite red. So really, really cool photo there of a screech owl. So a bird you might not see very often. People tend to hear them more than they see them, but they're around all year. And this is not your most common again winter bird. This is a great blue heron. Another photo sent in by Mark, who said great blue heron ice fishing at the Erie Canal. If they can find open water, there are some that are seen here all winter long. Most of them will go down south a little bit further where they can fish better. But if they can find some open water and they can get enough food to survive, you can find them here in the wintertime. We shared these photos last weekend of some turkeys, some pretty neat wild turkeys there up in trees and hanging out around the ground. Not only did Mark send in some photos, but one of our staff members had a close encounter with a turkey in a parking lot too. So really fun pictures there of some wild turkey, which you can find around here all year round. And sometimes you can even see their tracks in the snow. They've got some pretty large tracks. So if you see really, really large bird tracks in the snow, it could very well be wild turkey. Snow geese, we've been kind of keeping track of the snow goose migration. I was driving through the throughway this week and passing Montezuma. I saw a nice big flock of snow geese in one of the fields out there. And this photo was sent in by Karen, who says saw hundreds of snow geese on Canandaigua Lake today. And I believe this is from last Saturday. So the snow geese are on the move. I just was looking up to see what's been sighted and where, and just as of this morning, about 3,000 of them were spotted out in the Montezuma area. So seem to be on the move. So we've been kind of keeping track of all this snow goose migration, and so they are starting to move through the area. So this is what you'll see if you happen upon a nice big flock of snow geese. They're very white in their bodies with black tips on their wings. So when I was passing through the Montezuma area, I saw this huge flock of birds in the air, and getting closer, you could absolutely tell they were snow geese because they have that really bright white body. And this is what they look like up close. So if you're looking for snow geese, they're definitely here in the area and on the move. Still some snowy owl being reported too at the Finger Lakes Airport. You still have some time to see the snowy owl. They'll probably be on their way out soon. Short-eared owls have been seen too still, especially in that Nations Road area out in Avon. You can find them hunting at dusk in that spot too, along the open fields where they'll get little voles and things. It looks like there's one here in this picture. It's got the owl has something in its talons there. It's caught some kind of a prey item. So really cool behavior to see. Now we do get new products in almost every day here at the store. We've been unboxing all kinds of fun stuff for the spring, and we're starting to get in some new birding products for the year. We've gotten in lots of fun new gardening decor and garden art. And we're starting to get in some more new and different things, including some of these houses, which are pretty cool. And these are from a line called Earthly Sustainable. And what they do is they take agricultural waste and they repurpose it. So they blend these things that would just be thrown out and they give it new life. So instead of growing new materials, Earthly Sustainable utilizes the discarded parts of commercial crops to create their products, which are durable against frost and suitable for both outdoor and indoor settings. If you want to put them inside, I guess you can. Why not? Outdoors, these birdhouses have a lifespan of about 2 to 3 years, as does the resin that they're mixed with. And what's really great is, like the description says, they're using all post-consumer things that would just go to waste to create these fun products that you can put outside to attract birds and, as you'll see, other creatures as well. And the prices are quite good. So for the birdhouses here, it's almost like a plasticky kind of resin on the outside, and the inside is kind of a wooden type of material, wooden plant-based material. This one's $25.95, and it can hang, or there's little things on the back that you could mount it on the side of a fence or on a wall. So they make birdhouses in different kinds, like this one that I showed before that has, it's kind of like your more typical birdhouse style. And then there is this acorn style, which is really fun. And those are only $21.95. So if you're looking for some inexpensive birdhouses to put out in your yard, these are really great. They also make butterfly and bee houses too. So if you're looking for some things to put out in your garden, you've got the butterfly houses and then the bee houses, which are really nice. These are for the mason bees. The mason bees will go inside here and lay their eggs, and then they'll hatch out and pollinate your garden in the springtime. So the mason bee houses are always really popular. The mason bees start to come out in April or so, so we're about a month and a half away or so. I really love this item, little bird baths. They make them in different colors. So we have them in this kind of grayish color and then also a lighter, more tan color hanging bird baths. Perfect way to provide water for the birds. And these are only $16.95. Super inexpensive, really cute way to provide water to the birds. And it's all sustainable and you can recycle it and everything. So they also make feeders too. So they make some different bird feeders, some for seed. So super easy. You just put some black oil sunflower seed in here or one of our seed mixes. Can attract a wide diversity of birds. So they do make seed feeders like these two styles here. They also make peanut feeders. And this one, the photo shows peanuts in the shell inside of it. I would use the peanut pickouts, but a cute little peanut feeder here. And then a suet ball feeder. And the suet ball feeders have been kind of hard to find, new and different types, but they came out with one from this company. So you can put the suet balls in here. You could also probably put peanuts in the shell in this one too. So that's, and this one's only $13.95. So really cute, inexpensive feeders. Especially if you're just kind of getting into bird feeding, or if you've never tried a peanut feeder before or a suet ball feeder and you just want to see what comes to it. These are a really great way to get started. They also have little suet feeders like this, same thing, all made out of these recycled materials. So we just started carrying this line. It's really cool. As soon as you come into the store, we've got it right there for you to check out if you are interested. So I'm excited to get my little bird bath and put that out once it stops freezing. Replace the heated bird bath with one that doesn't need to be heated. And we're getting there soon. We will be there within the next few weeks or so, probably. We've got a couple of people on with comments. And Randy is on. Good morning, Randy. He says, love the yellow feathered birds. Recently heard a chickadee in a neighbor's yard. Yes, the chickadees are definitely out. They're pretty chatty. I've been hearing a Carolina wren singing its little heart out quite a bit recently. But yeah, on nice kind of warm, sunny days, the birds are definitely starting to sing more and call more. Sharon is on and says, saw a pileated woodpecker in my yard. So exciting in Macedon. Hear spring songs from my birds. Can't wait. Yep. It was maybe even last Saturday coming in here. The sun was shining and just hearing all the birds chirping in the yard was really, really fun. You could definitely tell that there was more birdsong than usual that has been out. So it's a good sign that spring's on its way. Oh, now here's a good sighting from Karen, who sent in the snow goose pictures. She says, saw my first redwing in the yard. So redwing blackbirds are going to be one of those first birds that will migrate through into your backyard for the spring. So that is our first report of hearing of the red-winged blackbirds. So sounds like some of those blackbird flocks might be coming through the yard to your feeders. So be on the lookout then for red-winged blackbirds, things like grackles, or even brown-headed cowbirds. So that's everything we have for you guys today. We'll be back on Tuesday with another live stream. And until then, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.